For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kerri Kasem, and I had Lyme disease for 11 years, debilitating Lyme disease. I got it in 2007, and it progressively got worse. I was misdiagnosed for most of those years. I was told I had autoimmune diseases. I was told for sure I had lupus. I had hormone issues. I had vitamin deficiencies. Then it went into psychiatric stuff. Oh, you have ADD, you have ADHD, you have this, you have that. It was just nonstop. There were treatments that made my hair fall out. There were treatments that made me so sick I couldn't get up out of bed. With Lyme disease, it's very different for everybody, right? For me, it was body aches where I had like arthritis all over my body. So not to be embarrassed, I would get up when I was sitting and I would wait a minute, take a breath to wait for those hips to kind of like stop the pain so I didn't limp when I walked. This is from my late 30s, 40s. I'm 51. I couldn't sing anymore, couldn't stay on pitch. I had debilitating headaches, migraines that were awful. Rashes all over my body, sexual dysfunction. I mean, my whole life in my 30s was pretty much coming to an end. Thank God I had a boyfriend at that time who was really lovely and caring, and he really was great with me. But my life was coming, it was just like, at 30, in my 30s, was just like, what's happening? What is going on? And nobody could give me answers whatsoever. I went to the best doctors. I went to UCLA and had thousands of dollars of tests run on me. They found out that I didn't have lupus. I had a high ANA count, anti-nuclear antibody, if you know what that is. It means your body somewhere is attacking itself. So they said, oh, you have an autoimmune, but you're stable right now. You're okay right now. It may progress, it may not. We'll watch you. I did a whole podcast on this. I had so many different symptoms. It was horrible. Inflammation. I'll tell you though, I kept working, I kept going. I was young enough to be able to work through the pain and the exhaustion and the brain fog. I was a talk radio host for 26 years. What stopped me in my tracks and what stopped me from literally doing anything was my memory started to go. And that was the scariest thing in the world. My father died of Lewy body dementia. My grandfather died with Alzheimer's. My uncle just died with Alzheimer's. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have early onset Alzheimer's in my 40s. I remember interviewing people live on radio, knowing I had a question for them and not remembering it, and just faking it because I couldn't remember anything. I had friends who one friend, we had the same birthday, not you, Larry, but we had the same birthday. And we planned something in Las Vegas, and we talked about it the whole time. And she brought it up again a few months later, and I had no idea what she was talking about. Nothing. That's how bad my memory was. And so I said, okay, I'm done. And I quit my shows. I quit everything. I moved to Las Vegas, and I did the cocoon bath therapy, the liquid oxygen. How many of you are familiar with cocoon? Okay, it's phenomenal. It's amazing, and I love it. I did 8 months of that therapy, 2 weeks on, 10 days off, 2 weeks on, 10 days off, 2 weeks on. I did that for 9 months. I actually moved to Las Vegas to do that. And I'll tell you, if I would have had that tub in my house, I'd be okay, because I would take a bath every day and I'd be fine. But after a month, my exhaustion crept in. Everything started to come back again. Not as bad, but it was like, oh, wow, my Lyme is not gone. So when I was at Cocoon in Las Vegas, I met a man who almost died of Lyme disease, Calvin Barber. And he said, you have to try Biomagnetics. Who here has heard of Biomagnetics? Oh, good. Okay, good. And for those of you that don't know what it is, it's a magnetic frequency. You know, have you heard of grounding? You know, when you walk on the earth, you walk on grass and you're grounded. There's an energy there. There's an electricity that goes through your body. That is a very healing to humans, but we're always in shoes. We're walking on floors. We're not out there. You don't see us, walking barefoot in the grass, which we should be doing. It's healing. It's that frequency by 1,000. Biomagnetism can be done like Goy's pairing, so you have two magnets. There's many people do magnets different ways. The magnets that I use, and the woman I'm about to introduce you to, are large magnets. They're heavy magnets. I'm going to show you some of them. This is my belt. This is just one magnet, and it's on a belt. We have magnets like this and larger that are heavy, that are in a chair. They're all the way through a reclining chair, and then blanketed with very heavy mats from your feet to your hands, to your neck, to your head, to a crown, to over your eyes. We can blanket you completely in these large magnets. With Lyme disease, Lyme hides in your brain, in your spine, in your joints. It is very hard to kill and very hard to get rid of, and it mimics a ton of different diseases. When you're blanketed from head to toe, there's nowhere for those little creepy crawlers to hide. They get it. And I'll tell you, I searched and searched and searched for something that would heal me. And I found Marie the month they closed the country down. She's outside of Los Angeles. She's about 30 miles, if you know Los Angeles, 30 miles before you hit Palm Springs. So it's not an easy drive. It's not a fast drive if you're coming from Los Angeles to go there. But the country shut down, and I got to have no traffic and get there in about an hour. And I went once a week for $50 for an hour. And between 6 and 8 months, I was completely cured of Lyme disease. I didn't know it then. You wait and you wait. Is it going to reoccur? Is it going to come back? It's been almost 3 years. I've had 0 reoccurrence. I don't have to do drips. I don't have to do ozone. I don't have to keep going back for anything. I got a second lease on life. I was dying. Thank you.